Good morning. Good morning, Billy D. Bill, you live the furthest away and you're always the first one here. I love it. Great job, Bill. Don't think I don't notice. That's why I call you Billy D. Billy Delightful. Good morning. Looking nerdy smiling at Billy D. And then we got another D here. He's D. Anderson in the house. Good morning, exception. Sarah. Is there a four-leafer here? What in the four-leaf is going on around here, Vegas? Meow, Kingy. Meow. Mr. Marmor's, how's the dog? You guys know that's the name of his dog, right? Jakob. Jakob. That's very Jakob. Wazzy. 4-4 and RX. RX. Every time I say RX, I feel like I'm belonging in some kind of a, I don't know. Somebody give me a prescription, please. Give me a prescription for that guy. Shine and Corey and JC and somebody give me a prescription for that RX guy. Jonathan K, he'll be here all day. Good morning. What? I need a prescription now, RX. Actually, you guys are my prescription. Am I right, Lord? Am I right, Miss Divine? I know, RX. Actually, we're having our prescription right now, though, right, bro? Yeah, I'm taking a dose as we peep. As we peep, we will dose. We shall do it together. Then wake up and smell the tea. We will do it together. No! Okay, we need a Mr. Rogers song. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody write Pops a Mr. Rogers song that I can memorize. I need an, how would Mr. Rogers' song go? What was that? Help me out. How would Mr. Rogers' song go? Alice! Alice! You know, everybody here has been waiting for you to get here. Okay, yeah, that's it, D. Won't you be my neighbor? Okay, right, nerdy? You guys can write one in Colorado. You guys should make that like at your next meeting. Let's come up with a jingle, a T jingle. Okay, Alice! Did you guys see Alice made it? Won't you be Sarah's neighbor? Did you guys notice? Alice made it. Just so you guys, how come nobody's even saying hello to Alice? I would like to give Alice a chocolate donut, please. Good morning, Sandy. Where's Alice's donut? Where is it? There you go, Derek Anderson. Thank you. Thank you. And poor Alice, she's going, what did I stumble into? Oh, good morning, Alice. Okay. I like that name. Back in the 60s and the 70s, you were super cool if you were named Alice. And then we always added B. Toklas. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember Alice B. Toklas? How about Pops B. Toklas? Heck no, Pops be token his whole life. Niffer, don't you agree? Alice is a great name. I like Alice. It's a great name. It's timeless and it's still cute. You could have been Betsy Ross's next door neighbor, Alice. Or you could be in what is that? Beverly Hills 90210 named Alice. Either one. Nerdy, that was like a big, I mean, Billy, Alice B. Tokeless. Oh, RX, are you tokeless this week? Are you tokeless this week? Write to me. I have a little bit of smidgy that I'm not using. If you're telling secretly you're tokeless, send me an email. I'm not joking. If you're joking, don't send me an email. Okay, RX? It'll take about, what, 3 days? Okay, I'll toke you. But send me your address. Not everyone else. He needed a prescription. You guys have no idea what RX is like when he's tokeless. Okay, try the desert bone. Okay, we'll fix that. All right? Go ask Alice. I think you'll know. Actually, I can't sing like Brock, so I'm not going to try. 72 people here so far this morning, you guys. 72 helloers, huggers. Can't wait to see yous. This is awesome. Working out together. 72. Can we get 84? It's 84 now. Can we get a few more likes? Pop up the old likey McDikey Wikeys, Jeff. Jeff brought buddies. Jeff fixing it. Thanks for fixing it for us, Jeff. Don't get the wrong idea. This is art. Don't get the wrong idea. There's a certain guy in Australia is going to get carried away. Just ignore him. Seriously, anybody new? Ignore the guy in Australia right now. This is art. I can't imagine. Can you imagine if you owned an original of this? Prehistoric art. How much would it be worth? Yep, see, Jesus Christ has already started it. Okay, I'm going to turn it off if you kids can't handle it. I'm not kidding you. I knew you guys, I knew 3 of you would go down the Australian rabbit hole. Okay? All right, let's dial it back. We'll dial it back, everybody. Get your art heart in. Okay, I swear I'm changing it here in a minute. Okay, this is a Mayan civilization. This is from the Mayans. Can you imagine that they were worshiping mushrooms back in the Mayan civilization to the degree that they actually spent time to carve this out of basalt stone and preserve it as one of their, well, it's been come down to us as one of the artifacts. Mayan civilization is out there carving mushrooms. Anthony Newton, I'm sending you to Australia. I'm not joking. 2 more. Give me 2 more, and I'm sending you all to Australia. How much do you think this thing would be worth? I have no idea. It's got to be in the millions. Am I right? What if you accidentally tripped and remember that kid in the Israel Museum a couple weeks ago? Whoops, the jar tipped over. What if Jesus Christ got his hands on this? What if that Jesus, not that Jesus Christ, the Australian version, what if he got his hands on this? There's a great article here. We're going to go through this article in the next 2 days. What Western medicine can learn from the ancient history of psychedelics. It's going to sort of track some of the history of psychedelics as they were used by medicine in civilizations leading up to ours. Good morning. Give me 5 people that are interested in some of that, not just the thing Jesus likes. Okay? Australia can't dance. Yeah, you can't dance. No, that's where you go. You know, all criminal type bad people go to Australia. That's how the whole place started out. Okay? Should we learn a little bit about psychedelics through ancient history being used as medicine and making it to here? Niffer's already out in the garden grabbing herbs. Okay? Good morning. Give me 5 people. Okay, so we'll do that. Give me 5 people that are happy to be here this morning. There's 80. All I'm asking for is 5 of you kids to say, I'm kind of glad I'm here. Sort of happy about that. Yeah, now that you mention that, well, that's not a bad thing. Sandman, I'm happy you're here. What are you talking about? Corey, if you weren't here, it wouldn't even be the same. Billy D, of course he's here. He's here first every morning. No pressure, Bill. You don't have to be. Pacers, that kid's happy. Derek Anderson. I saw Derek Anderson get so happy he bounced as high as he hit his head on the ceiling. Are you okay, Derek? What's the top of your head? You all right? Derek gets very happy. We love Derek. Barballs and Stephen Greens and Pages and Sarah's and, geez, I could go on and on. Trent and Meow Catzilla and Stephanie. Stephanie's always happy to be here. And Pow Pow. Pow Pow. Pow Pow's young, but he's happy. Vegas, you're the best. AH, it's amazing. I'm not just happy, Pop. I'm amazed. Okay, Pops. Are you feeling okay this morning? Well, a little bit of a runny nose, but other than that, we're on it. Okay. Let's be happy. I'm going to teach you guys a couple of weird things. Where is it? Did you know? Who likes a know-it-all? Does anybody like a know-it-all? I don't. Does anybody slip into know-it-allness? Like they're somewhere and they're like, darn it, I'm around a bunch of people that don't really know, so I have to be the know-it-all. I've done that. Slipped into know-it-all. You didn't kind of didn't mean it, but everyone around you was kind of a little dullard. You're kind of like, I guess I gotta slip into know-it-all here. You know what I'm talking about? Who's ever slipped into know-it-all? Most of us can admit it. Okay, well, it's just like maybe more times than I would have liked. Whoever thinks about slipping into know-it-all, okay? But we do it, nerdy. Okay, it's not even, sometimes it's completely what you think is socially acceptable. The situation, the context deserves it. This is a boring ass party, man. I gotta tell people something. I gotta get the conversation started. So you go know-it-all. Not that kind of know-it-all where you're one up. That's a creepy know-it-all, but we don't have to go there ever. But just sort of, hey, did you know that there's 293 ways to make change for $1? Everyone's looking at you. Okay, yeah. Hey, did you know that the average secretary's left hand does 56% of the typing? The average secretary, 56% of the time, she's typing with her left hand. Okay, Mr. Know-it-all, thank you. Yeah, hey, did you know that a shark, I'm afraid it's like, that's not right. It's left, I know, Free, it's left, 56% left. Hey, did you know that a shark is the only fish that can blink with both eyes? Wait a minute though, go back a couple weeks ago, is it blinking or is it winking? Is a shark, when it blinks, is it actually giving you the old, I'm coming to get you a wink? Or is it giving you the, I'm gonna leave you alone this time, wink? Or is it just a blink? Which one is it? Good morning, Jeff. Which one is it? It's a blink. No, it's not. Don't be middle of the roader. Okay, which one is it? If a shark blinks, is it a wink? And if it's a wink, remember last week we talked about all the different wink contexts that you can come up with? Usually most were douchey. So the old douchey shark blink. Did you know? Did you know? Who likes Mr. Know-It-All? Do you guys want more Mr. Know-It-All at the party this morning? Or should I leave? Who wants more Mr. Know-It-All? I have a couple more. But, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Did you know? It's a new character. Mr. Know-It-All. Hello. Do you guys want a couple more? No. I haven't seen anybody say, yep, Pops, keep giving us some more. So that means we'll just turn up the music and dance. Okay? We'll just turn up the music and dance. Oh. Melody's saying, I don't mind, Pops. Tell us another. Did you know? Did you know that there are more chickens in the world, than people? At least before the avian flu thing. More chickens, so they're probably coming back in force. More chickens in the world than people. Wow. What's that green stuff? What's that green stuff in chicken poo? What's the green stuff? More chicken poo. Wait. More. Okay, it's literally my dad's favorite. Corey, literally my dad's favorite joke of all time. All time. People are, what is the green stuff? I don't know. And you go, more. It's like, get out of here. That thing's so old. Did you know that New Jersey grows 2/3 of the world's eggplants? What? Eggplant Parmesan International? What? New Jersey grows 2/3 of the world's eggplants. I don't even like eggplant. New Jersey. What is it? Because of all the Italian immigrants? I don't understand. That is, did you know? Did you know? Did you know that the longest one-syllable word in the English language is screeched? Like a caw. One syllable. There is no word longer that's only one syllable. And it only takes one syllable to do screeched. Did you know? I didn't know. Did you know? Did you know that all of the clocks in the movie Pulp Fiction are stuck on 4:20? Come on, everyone knew that one, Pops. Everyone knew that one. Yeah, it's literally in my top 5 Pacers. Great movie. Quentin Tarantino, come on. Tarantino probably has 3 of the top 5 movies in my group. Quentin, full-on stoner, and he's giving everybody the old winky-dink to it. Did you know? Did you know? Dude, Did you know Pops is a know-it-all? How about this one? Give me 5 people that want me to do 3 more did you knows. I feel like I'm boring you. I really do. I don't want to bore anybody. I want to be boring, man. I don't want to be. I want to be everybody. I want everybody to be like happy and happy to be. I don't want boring. I don't want people leaving. Do you guys want a couple more of these or what? Did you know? Don't you hate how I'm starting it out? Can't it just be a did you know? Why do I have to be, did you know? Did you know that no word in the English language rhymes with month? No word in the English language. Try it. Find one, nerdy. How about silver? Can you find a word that'll rhyme with silver? Nah, getting you there. Month, silver. No rhymers. Let me throw another one at you. Purple. Purple. Those are 3 words in the English language that have no rhyme. Month, silver, and purple. Mr. Phillips is making up a warple. Nurple. Quadfurple. Did you know? Let's try it, Woz. Month, silver, and purple. We can't seem to find a rhyme friend. They don't go very hard to put in poems, okay? Unless you break it down to nurple like Stephen does. All right, how about this one? Did you know? The boss is creepy. Did you know that dreamt is the only English word that ends in the letters MT? That can't be true. Come on, man. Do some research. Wallace is like, now I'm busy today, Pops. I gave you a job. MT. Did you know that? There's only one word in the whole English language that ends in MT. And I dreamt all about it. Did you know? I'm going to do did you knows till you guys are like, just, would you please just stop it, okay? Did you know that all the 50 states are listed across the top of the Lincoln Memorial on the back of the $5 bill? Did you know? Did you know? You can go there. You can look at that thing. You can look up on a 50. That's did you know? This is a dumb one. And I kind of knew that one too, but I couldn't have told you the bill. I would have forgot the bill. I knew there was a bill out there that was like showing off, but I forgot which one. So I think it's a Lincoln, right? Lincoln Memorial, something like that. Which one is it? Gotta be, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it says it right there, stupid Pops. Lincoln Memorial. Did you know? Did you know that almonds are members of the peach family? Mr. Almond, you can come to Georgia anytime you want. I'm going to ask a question, see if you guys know. See, so far it's been me knowing everything. Who knows this one? What's the only state out of all 50 states that is only one syllable? One syllable. What's the only state that's one syllable? Did you know Matthew Seliger knows? Did you know, Shine? No, 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 Mr. Phillips. Oh, Sarah. Oh, you guys are all so. Did you know that Free News, Mushroom Farmer? Did you know that Maine is the only state whose name is just one syllable? Good job, you guys. Good job. Good job. Did you know that a cat has 32 muscles in its ear? Did you know that an ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain? Did you know that a tiger has not just striped fur, but underneath his fur, his skin is striped? They're the genuine article. They didn't just tie-dye. Did you know that the only person... No, I'm going to ask you guys if you do know. Who knows this one? You know the Pez containers? How many of you... Okay, I'm admitting this. This is a true story. It's a little bit of ego that's out of control, and I've controlled it most of my life. But I've always still sort of wanted a bobblehead doll. Like a genuine. With me, not just somebody else saying it looks like Bob, so here you go. I want the... And you look at it and go, yep. Maybe get a few of them, collector items. Bobblehead doll. Okay? Admit it if you've ever wanted a bobblehead doll of you. Just admit it. It's okay, this is therapy. And if you don't admit it, but you really have, you're hiding it. You're keeping a secret. Okay? So, who has actually... Derek, you know you've wanted one. It would be cool to see you bobbling on your shelf. Am I right? Thanks for fact checking that. We'll get back to that. We're reading the list here. Who's wanted a bobblehead doll? Melody's never Pops. I gotta be honest with you, I've never wanted Pops never entered my mind. It's me. Wallace is like, heck yeah, Wallace, you'd be cool. Great looking. Would you stop calling me a liar, please? I've just read this thing right here, bro. I'm not taking it personal, though. Okay? Don't even stress. Okay? We'll figure it out. Gosh, I don't know why. I took that personal for about 2 seconds. I apologize. Okay? No big deal. Let's go back to, please, my bobblehead. So along with having wanted a bobblehead, okay, as well as I've wanted a bobblehead of me, I've also wanted, I'm admitting it, a Pez container head. Just your head on top of a Pez container. Okay? Thank you, Herbie. I don't know why I took that personal for a minute. I'm just reading this, and I'm sure some of these facts are wrong, and I apologize. I'm not fact-checking, but you guys can. Just don't call me a liar. Well, you can if you want to. I'm not taking it personal, except for like the first second. So, back to business. Pez head. Popped on the Pez head. Okay, who would get one of those? Come on, man, they're only like $2. Come on, they're only like $2. Right? Tell me. You could spend $2 on a Pop Pez. Okay? Of course, like I'm looking for one right now. I can picture and then what happens? My head lifts up and the Pez thing pops out? Something like that, right? Okay. Did you know that the only real person, somebody's going to have to fact check this one. Ooh, fact check this for us, please. We think this is true. Do a quick fact check on this for us, ooh. Did you know that the only real person to be a Pez head was Betsy Ross. What? You couldn't have put Abraham Lincoln on there? You couldn't have put, I don't know. I don't know. O.J. Simpson? So you couldn't have put, no, Betsy Ross, the flag lady. The lady that made the flag. Why do you have, what? The only real person, everyone else is a character, a cartoon. Is this true? Someone fact, ooh, help me out. They couldn't have put Orville Wright on there? Oh, they would have had to put both the brothers. Two heads. Which one is it? I don't know. Anyways, according to this, did you know that the only real person Popeye wasn't real was? No. Neither is Santa was. Okay? What? You mean my Santa one? There wasn't a Dale Earnhardt RX? Who should have a Pez head? John Kennedy. President Pez? I don't get it. Why'd they pick... Wow, you got so much research to do today. Why'd they pick Betsy Ross? I don't get it. It makes so little sense to me. That's a deep reach back into history. And who cares? Who cares? Since she had a needle. Big deal. No, I'm teasing. It was a big deal. Man, the first person to sew one of those, she was putting her life on the line. If the bad guys found her and she's in there sewing up a rebel flag, that wouldn't go well. Okay? That would not go well. We have no idea. Did you know that Pops is going to knock it off for today? We'll do some more Did You Knows tomorrow. Okay? We'll do some more. Did you know George Bush was a Pez? They put George Bush on. George W. Bush was a Pez. See, thank you, fact checkers. You guys are checking facts faster than we can lie to you. Faster than I can be a liar. Okay. I'm not going to do these anymore because I do sort of have a responsibility not to be a liar. See, Matthew, you got Kevin Bacon on one. Okay. See, that one didn't sound right. That didn't... Pops, man, we're going to have to... I think I'm going to have to go delete this whole segment. Okay? I think I'm going to have to... And we're going to tell Ooh that he's right. Okay? Pops is a big fat liar. Let's move on to Mayan culture. Okay, call it. If we say it's real, it's real. Yeah, but we don't want to do that. I really don't like giving out misinformation. Sounds like I have. I'm still laughing though. That's basically as long as I laughed. No, laughing at lies isn't okay still too. Let's be honest. Okay, you darn it! You fixed this thing with telling the truth. After more than 10,000 years of use, the ancient cultures and indigenous communities who use plant medicines may hold lessons for today's psychedelic renaissance. That's what we're in the middle of, or at the beginning of, Louis. We're at the beginning of a psychedelic renaissance. It's been going on for about 50 years. Our psychedelic, we can say since Albert Hoffman stumbled upon LSD. And in the 50s and 60s, there was a big surge. Then they took you into some of the dark ages of right before the Renaissance, the last 30 years. And then since we can actually chart it with a couple of global happenings, especially this huge European event in 2006 that Hoffman was in his 90s, and he, right towards the very end of his life, attended this event, and he was a speaker, keynote speaker. And if you read his speech, you just can't believe the soul of this man. Like, the research and the development of the LSD and the psychedelics, and then him to watch it stop, and then to watch him start it up again, knowing he was basically the father of it, and his humility in this speech was unbelievable. And it springboarded, this is 2006, it springboarded a whole new arena of research throughout a lot of the universities, your Oxfords, your Yales, your John Hopkins, Canadian universities. We're not that in touch because Israel keeps you sort of in the dark about their research. We can't believe how much research is going on in Israel in psychedelic research. There's another country that's on the coming up right now, and I've been reading about them, and it's weird because they're experiencing a cultural dynamic shift. Colombia. The jungles of Colombia are growing some amazing psychedelic drugs. And the indigenous populations in Colombia have known about this for centuries. Now there's a whole tourist industry to go there to use it. There's also a whole industry of the indigenous people trying to teach the new people the way to keep this culture moving forward. And that psychedelic culture has it's running along the tail of the cocaine culture in Colombia. Believe it or not, with a lot of the people in Colombia themselves, they used to make money because there was Colombian drugs going on in their country. The drug lords would just pay off the poor people. And the poor people wouldn't say anything. They kept their mouths shut. They just got their loaf of bread. They stopped doing that. Their money dried up on all of that. The groundswell of the population in Colombia is not doing cocaine anymore. The politicians there, they're cutting that out. Most of the cocaine industry has moved north to Mexico. It's really up in Central America and very, very deep into Mexico now, where it wasn't before. And Colombia is sort of purging itself from this cocaine. I'm just giving them the benefit, I'm looking at it all from a positive point of view. But they're sort of purging themselves from this cocaine culture and moving into a psychedelic culture that's much, much more in line with their actual history, their indigenous history. And I find it amazing. I find it fascinating. And it's far overdue. Far overdue. And it's very supported. The psychedelic industry right now is being very supported by the Colombian politicians. Mostly because they're seeing it as they can see the money that's available through tourism and things like that are coming along. But they can see the benefits of it for their community versus the cocaine. So it's fascinating. Look into some of that for yourselves. In a cave nestled in the rocky vastness of the Andes. The Andes are a mountain range running down South America, right? In the southwest Bolivia, amid rubble and llama dung, in 2008, anthropologists discovered a small leather bag. This bag once belonged to a shaman from the Tiwanaku civilization, a pre-Columbian empire in the southern Andes. This bag came from more than 1,000 years ago. Inside, they found a collection of drug paraphernalia. I don't want them to call it that. Ancient drug paraphernalia. Why am I picturing a glass pipe? Why am I picturing a torch? Why is there a spoon in there with a little cotton wad? I don't want them to call it ancient drug paraphernalia. Okay? I'd like them to call it ancient medicinal artifacts, something like that. If they found a syringe, okay, like the thing of Pepsi can with pinholes. What's this? Okay, I don't like them. I don't like them calling it a collection of ancient drug paraphernalia. Okay, what they really meant, yeah, Jakob says they really meant a shell and and a small clay pipe. Okay, ancient prototype. Oh, I don't want it, and some seeds, and some really old seeds. That's what would a bag of ancient drug paraphernalia look like? Okay, seriously. And would there be any glass in there? Would there be any glass for any reason? Okay. Sorry, I digress. So he's found this bag, ancient bag, shaman bag, in the Andes, 1,000 years old, leather bag, got some goodies in it. Let's see what's in here, okay? Imagine being the guy to find that. First of all, you got to be a genius to know what you're looking at. You go, what the hell is this? An avocado bowl. You have to show on them, wouldn't you? If I'm up there, I'm tossed that one. I'm still looking for gold. What are we talking about? The bags? Who knows? So it's got this bag. Inside the bag, you guys want to know what's in the bag, don't you? Who thinks that there's a sniffing tube in the bag? An ancient sniffing tube. It's in the bag. An ancient sniffing tube has been a straw. It's like, what do they do? I want to see it. I want to see the ancient sniffing tube. They don't show a picture. What is it? Just a stone? How's it survived 1,000 years in a leather bag? What? Shawanda, help me. I'm dying here. It includes a sniffing tube, spatulas to crush seeds of psychoactive plants, and traces of chemicals ranging from cocaine to psilocybin, which is one of the active hallucinogens within magic mushrooms. And it's the base ingredient. Oh, and they found the base ingredient for the psychoactive tea ayahuasca. In this bag, he had 3 small bags. What was? You know, you have a bag, and inside that, you got your one little bag, you got your other bag, you got your brown tar, you got your white powder, and then you have your ice, basically. You got your 3, and then you put them in there, and you got to put in your, they call it a spatula, but I believe it was a spoon. Okay? This guy had it all. This guy had cocaine, he had magic mushrooms, and he had ayahuasca. And seeds. Okay? Which is one of the reasons why I've always wanted to be the shaman of the tribe. I've always wanted to be the shaman. I mean, I have a warrior spirit and everything, don't get me wrong. But I think the shamans had it made. If you think about how can't help this man, his shamans always lasted longer than the rest. Experts believe. Thank you, Mushroom. Experts believe that the shaman's bag represents a unique window into the relationship between ancient civilizations and powerful hallucinogenic drugs. The substances found within this bag are also of growing interest in today's medical researchers. Cliffhanger. We're going to pick up this article, the rest of it tomorrow. Okay? Give me 5 people that want to hear more about what was in the bag. Okay? What they do with it, and what's the big deal? And how it's affecting. Let's watch this bag through history. Okay? I gotta know I am gonna, during the day today, I'll do some deeper dive research. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of that ancient snuffer, the snuffing tube. A snuffing tube. Okay? We'll figure it out together. But this makes what we do beautiful and fun. Okay? We have to remember that. There's so much history. And these people used it for generations and generations and generations and generations. Why? Why? Why would they use it? Alice, what do you think the reason? Because it works. Western civilization and all this crushed medicines and this Pfizer and this Modernas and Johnson & Johnson, 70, 80 years, 90 years. Why do they use it? Because it works. So, let's get into our book for today. Akira Jam. Good morning, Akira Jam. This is going to be, it's a really fun article. Not always fun like I just made. I wasn't trying to make fun of the bag at all by any means. I was like, it cracks me up to think we found a bag 1,000 years old, and it's got everything that you and I could start a party tonight with that dude's bag. Okay? We're good. All we need to do is sniff around the inside of the bag. We don't know which of the 3 we're getting. We'll just take all 3 at once. Okay? And that's something Waz and I would do together. Waz and I would do that. Trust me. Do you accept opinions of you from other people? Do opinions from other people, do you accept those? Well, it depends on the opinion. Yeah. You're open to other people making agreements for you? You open to other people making your agreements for you? Last week I was confessing at the end of the show how in my past parenting, how I've damaged my son. I can only say I've damaged him. I don't actually watch him walk around damaged. But if I look back at the things I did and said and the way I approached issues, they were such negative ways to do it that they could do nothing but bring damage. Knowing that, do I have a responsibility to my own personal growth to apologize for that? Knowing that, just truly believing that, do I have a personal responsibility to myself, not to that, to my personal growth, to apologize, knowing I damaged somebody? Good morning, Pearl. Pearl Segel. Yeah, Quetzal, I believe that. I do. I believe I owe it to myself for my personal growth. I'm not saying some moral code told me. I'm not saying one of the 10 commandments said I had to do that. None of that. I just know that if I apologize for that with a deep and sincere commitment to the apology, which includes fix it, if you can. If you can't, don't do it again. Those some very basic parts. But when I do, I set myself free. Guess who else got free? At least it's not going to be my responsibility now. Guess who else got free? The kid. He's old enough to get it. It's his responsibility now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with walking around thinking you're responsible, beat yourself if I did a terrible job of parenting, I'm a loser parent. Fix it. Reprogram it. And then leave it. The new person's responsible for the rest of their programs, not you. You can't be. You can just be the new example of you. The one that you wish you were the whole time. The one you wished you were the whole time. The one you know better now. The one you're practicing to be now. And after a little while, that apology starts to mean a lot. It's like, not only did Pops apologize, and with the deepest degree of sincerity, I could feel it, but he's nowhere near the same person anymore. He doesn't just apologize and then come back next month and throw another one at me. Next month, he hasn't stressed that thing at all. Now it's up to me to grow out of it or not, etc. These are examples. We misuse our word how many times against our own children? Besides ourselves. Ourselves is a daily process that we want to work through. Good morning, Willie. I see you. How many times do we do this with our own children? We give them our opinions, and their children carry their black magic, their negative magic for years because of us, because of our words, because of the power of our words. People who love us do negative magic on us. I have no doubt in my whole existence that my mom and dad loved me. None. They bathed me with what love they knew how to love me with. I don't believe that at any point did they deliberately black magic, negative magic me. I just didn't know. That's why we must forgive them. You got to forgive the people that have hurt you, that love you. They don't know. Here's an example. You wake in the morning feeling happy. You feel wonderful. You stay 1 or 2 hours in front of the mirror making yourself beautiful. And then one of your friends says, well, what happened to you? You look terrible. Look at that dress you're wearing. You look ridiculous. That's it. That was enough to put you in hell. Maybe the girlfriend didn't mean it, but she just hurt you. She gave you an opinion. And with that opinion came power. And when you agreed to that opinion, you gave it all the power in the world. And we do that. We let people's opinions of us and our little actions have more power than our own personal power. Your power is not stronger than mine. I want you to know that. I hope I'm not hurting your feelings because it's not what I want to do. But you are not more powerful than I am. And this isn't, oh, I'm stronger, because we've been doing that throughout humanity. We are all equally powerful if we can speak. Even if we can't, we can write, we can communicate. Nobody is more powerful than another person. So your opinion should not sway me. It'll either line up with my already existing agreement, or I'll make a new agreement because it's healthy for me. Not because I bent to your powerful opinion. And I can tell you, on this planet Earth, I was a blowing reed to other people's opinions. Dressed accordingly, acted accordingly. Whatever group I'm in, chameleon guy. I could go and wear a three-piece suit and go to a business meeting, or I could be on the corner next to the drug slinger. Just dress it right, swing with the wind, just whatever they're, act just like them. Not 1 ounce of authenticity in there. A human comic. Living hypocrisy. Why? Because of weakness in me to need to be wanted, need to be accepted so bad, and not knowing how to accept myself. Not wanting to. The self I thought I was, who wants it? I don't want that. I want that. No, I don't. I want this. If you accept other people's opinion, it becomes your agreement. You put all your power in their opinion. That opinion is negative magic. These type of spells are very difficult to break. The only thing that can break one of these spells is a new agreement based off of the truth. You want to get rid of an old agreement? You can. You can have new agreements based off of the truth. I have no agreement about how I'm going to parent my son. I'm going to parent him not through my expectations. I'm going to parent him through acceptance. And damn it, you know what? It's very hard sometimes. You don't always accept, really. Because my program, oh, you can't do that, don't do that, oh, jeez. But acceptance, let them do it. They have their own walk to walk. They have their own domestications to figure out. Your job's just to be a guide. That's all you are. If you're an opinion giver, watch out. You don't know how fertile their mind is for that opinion, and if your opinion's even right. You don't know. So withhold it. Just be the guide. People need something from you, they'll ask. The only time I give my opinion. Somebody recently reached out to me, hey, Pops, so-and-so's been talking to me. I noticed they haven't been around. What do you think? And so inside, I'm thinking to myself, what do I do here? I don't want to gossip. I don't want to tell them all the things that I really think and things that happen to me relative to this person. But I also want to guide them. Without gossip. Without assassinating someone's character. But somebody really asked me. I never stood up and said, hey, watch it, don't go into business with that guy. It's none of my business. If you come and ask me, you know what I'll tell you? There's only one thing I'll tell you. What my experience was. My objective experience. This is what happened when I dealt with him. The good, the not so good. That's it. That's not even an opinion. I didn't even give you an opinion. I bespoke an experience to you. I work very hard at not giving my opinion. And I mean, here I give it all day long. Clearly, 95% of it is definitely I'm hoping to make people laugh. But right, Sandy, facts aren't gossip. But doesn't mean I run around telling all the facts about everybody that I know, because that becomes gossip. Just to reach up the phone, call someone, hey, did you know that it's a fact, man? It's pretty gossipy. That's pretty negative magic. What part of inside of me needed to dial the phone and do that? These type of spells are difficult to break. The only thing that can break a spell is a new agreement based on the truth. The truth is the most important part of an impeccable word. Don't speak it if it's not true. Yes, Cobalt. Don't speak it if it's not true. Period. Gosh, my mom told me that so many times, and I didn't listen. The only thing that I spoke to the person asking for my advice was the truth. This is what happened. This was the experience. And not colored from, and it was, I'm not negatively coloring it. I'm not positively coloring it. I'm just like, just the facts, ma'am. Joe Friday giving you a report. If somebody asks my opinion, you get a Joe Friday report. And I'm okay with that. And if nobody asks, I don't offer. I don't go near it. Even when you ask, I kind of maybe avoid that. Because I don't have a lot of room. Looking at everyday human interactions, imagine how many times we cast spells on each other with our word. Imagine it. Have a great day, Herb. All day long, every time you speak, you're basically casting some kind of a spell. Every time you say something, every time you communicate, even texting nowadays. We spell each other nowadays with texts. We've gotten good at that. I'd rather text than speak. We cast spells. Over time, this interaction, this casting spells on each other, has become known as gossip. Gossip's a negative art. It's a negative magic. And at the very worst, at its core, it's pure poison. It's one of those funny poisons that all of a sudden you're drinking it, you don't even know. Sometimes it even tastes good. Oh, it's got a nice little cherry soda taste. You don't even know. You're poisoning yourself. You're poisoning yourself. I saw, who was it? Anthony Thornton did a post yesterday or the day before. It was great. It was basically something like this. I'm paraphrasing. It was like, yo, bro, did you see that so-and-so shot an arrow at you? And the guy turns around and he says, yeah, well, thanks for picking up the arrow and stabbing me, that missed, and stabbing me with it. Have you ever done that? You see the arrow miss the guy, but you go pick it up and stab him with it? Yo, did you see what he said about you? No, I actually didn't. That arrow missed me completely. No. I'm riding along peaceful here. It went by, I don't know. Why'd you have to pick up the arrow and come over and hit me in the eye with it? Look what this guy was talking to you about. Look. You ever done that? Why? Why do we do that? Don't. Somebody misses, let it miss. Be grateful it missed. That was a great post. Not only it happens to me, but I think I've done it. I think I've done it. It happened to me not that long ago. Some IG post. Nobody, I was. Pops, did you see what they wrote? Look what they wrote. And then you go, half the time you dive in. Really? He shot at me? Well, it missed, bro. You're on the way to the vacation. You turn around and go back to get in the lab. What? Why'd you leave the vacation to go figure it out? We learned that. That's a human reaction. You know what animals that just got shot at do? Especially if one of their neighbor animals told them, they don't go back. And that's the last place you go, man. That guy's gonna shoot again. Humans, I'm gonna go get into this one. Let's gossip it. I'm gossiping back. Now we're gossiping. Next thing, I'm throwing a bomb at you. No, scuds, boom, well, barbed wire. Let's go. Thousands dead. Not joking. That's how it happens. When we were children, we heard adults around us gossiping all the time, openly giving their opinions about other people. My dad would sit there and talk to the TV. Oh, shit, you're full of it, son of a... My dad wasn't a pleasant man. He'd cuss at the TV. Yes, no, the whole house is walking around looking at each other, calling each other nicknames that were terrible. It was just the culture in my house. Talk about the neighbors. Build the fence higher. My dad, the only good neighbor is a fence. We had the highest fence in the neighborhood. Well, the only reason I'm building a fence is to keep the 6 kids in. We had a jail. All the other kids in the neighborhood wanted to come to our jail and play because our jail was the most fun. Opinions. They're emotional poison that are transferred along with opinions. And we learned this as a normal way to communicate. Half of what we watch on the news is all those TMZ programs, all of that crap. Oh my God. That's institutionalized gossip. Half of your Twitter things, institutionalized. It is inbred in us. It's on every 3rd channel on cable. Institutionalized program. We're going to sit around and talk about celebrities and stars and football players and the last guy on a billboard and politicians and look at half of our political shows. Not half, all of them. Just opinions. It's just gossip. We devour it. We devour it as human beings. Otherwise, it wouldn't sell. They wouldn't be able to advertise it. The advertiser would go, you know what show really sells? This one that does. You know what show I'd really want to put my commercial on? The one that everybody watches. Which one is that? The one that gossips the most. It's true, you guys. I'm not making this up. This is the world we live in. The mitote. How foggy is that? How foggy is it that our world says where we want to put our money, where we believe our advertising dollars will get us the most return, is the shows that everybody watches because they're filled with crap and gossip. And it is, Ken. I feel it is. I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly. I'm trying to be a clarion. I'm trying to be a guy yelling it out in the forest and in the desert and by the sea. And say we have so much more power. Our power can be used so differently. Gossiping has become the main form of communication in human society. It actually becomes the way we feel close to each other. I don't know you, you don't know me. I'm standing in a grocery line. What do you think of Rosie O'Donnell? Or, I don't know, that's an old one. We start gossiping to each other about people we don't know, things we don't know anything about. We give each other our poisonous opinions. This isn't even negative about, I'm being mean to you. We're spreading gossip about just because that's how we talk. I don't have anything else to talk about. Sometimes when we gossip, it makes us feel better than the person we're gossiping about, doesn't it? Don't you feel better? Oh, poor son of a gun. Did you hear that one about so God? Well, it's just, makes you feel better. I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I'm telling you that's normal. That's how you were programmed. I hate admitting we were programmed, but we were. The more we look at ourselves, the more we can see our programs. We were. We are. Daily, daily, daily. I hate admitting it. I don't want to be, I'm not the weak guy that got programmed. I'm actually probably the weakest. I got programmed the most. Looking back, I don't think I was as strong as I think I was. I think I got over-programmed because I was maybe a little bit of a weak specimen. I don't know. I don't care. I only have 4 programs anymore. 4 I work on. The rest, I work on getting rid of. Gossiping. I hate gossip so much. I've seen gossip. In the years that I spent in ministry, I've seen gossip destroy. And I've seen people take their lives, suicide, because of stuff that wasn't true that was said about them. And they couldn't handle the pressure, or I can't even explain to you why, because I'm not in their brain. So, because they couldn't handle the pressure. I don't know why. That's not fair. The experience that I had was that they ended up committing suicide. And this is more than once. Ostracized by society, by a community, for something they may well not have done. And this was their hospital, this was their home. And not just one person. I've seen schisms. It happens here, it happens everywhere. It happened to me 2.5, 3 years ago here on IG. Schisms. Follow the sandal, follow the gourd. Because one person started saying something about this person, another person started saying this about that person. Now you have to choose. Well, I'm gonna follow this guy. Well, I'm following this guy. And now we've just created a division. And nobody was speaking the truth in the first place. They were gossiping. It happened, that's down here at the domestic molecular level. It happens, it's happening internet, it happens everywhere on our planet. That's how we talk. Fear and suffering are the result of gossip. Fear and suffering will be the only result of that emotion, of that poison. And then some people actually physically death. We have driven human beings to death through the power of our words. You talk about powerful. And then you know what else we've seen? I've seen people rise up to be great leaders, clean up their lives, lead people to better, healthy places. The same exact words, but they stopped gossiping. They got rid of gossip and poison in their heart. They replaced it with goodness and servitude. All you have to do is really, really, really grasp how powerful you are. How powerful you are. You exhibit that power. Watch what happens. There's a slow metamorphosis. And we say slow, but it's one of those like rocket ships. It starts out like this and you don't really feel like and all of a sudden it just incrementally, and in the same time it took to go this far and only feel like you went this far, in another 3 weeks, you're a rocket ship. Because internally you don't want to be foggy. You weren't born to be foggy. We were fogged up. When we start clearing the fog, the motote out, and we start replacing it with kindness and servitude, don't gossip, we start feeling so good about it, we search and scratch and shoot for more. And that's what happens. This isn't like, well, it's going to take me forever to get rid of that program. No, it really won't. It won't take you very long at all. You'll see. Your body craves for that program to not be there. Your brain craves for that program to not be there. It wasn't good. It wants it replaced. It just wants to replace with what? Just the truth. Just the truth. You were a shitty parent. You're going to be better. You're doing it now. Just the truth. All the guilt, shame, judge, victim, all that, gone. No space. I only have space to continue my new program. Fear and suffering. We'll talk just a little bit more about gossip tomorrow because it's literally one of the most important components of what we talk about, because almost everything we've been talking about here is the power of our word. And gossip is the exact example of the power of our word in a negative situation. It's the exact example. Because we as humans congregate and communicate. And we're the only people with the ability to speak. And so what do we do with it? And we have programmed ourselves century after century, decade after decade after decade to not lift each other up. We don't walk around praising each other. We walk around poking each other, picking on each other, making fun of each other, comparing each other to each other, trying to measure up to the billboard, trying to become as popular as this guy, This is where we have evolved to. I think the human creature is better than that. Do you? Do you think the human creature is better than that? I think I'm more capable. I think I have a lot more to offer than emotional poison to this planet. That's what I think. I think if all I have is just me, I can make a difference. That's what I think. I truly believe I can make a difference. If I'm making a difference for 30, 40 people, and you go out there and you pick up 10 or 15, and you start making a difference, and Joe picks up 10 or 15, watch the ripple. We can do it. You just got to practice. Got to be strong enough. Stand up when the winds come. We're not little saplings here anymore. Are we, Sandy? We're not little saplings anymore. We're got a nice little elm tree going on here. Let's keep growing. I love you guys. Thank you for being here this morning. I ran a little bit long. We'll do, did you know? I don't want to do that anymore. Did you know Pop's a liar? Did you know that tomorrow we're going to do some more Mayan civilization, working our way forwards with psychedelic medicines through history. And then we're going to talk some more about our 4 agreements. What are they? Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Don't have any expectations. Don't take things personally. Pops. Happens fast. You read one little thing on here, you go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Don't take things personally, Pops. And do your best. You guys go have a beautiful day. I'll see you here tomorrow. Kenny Dalton. Kenny, you've been on live today. Jesus Christ Pacers. Melody Dawn, Love and Melody. Shine, thank you. Ken and King Metro, thank you for letting me know. Pacers and Sarah and Mike Barabal and Derek Anderson and Kaya Vans. And Nerdy Nature, thank you, bro. Profundo, I like that word. Sam Posick, hi, Sammy. Scorpion, hi, Scorps. Joe Dees. Yes, Scorpion, go to my website, thedetroitmushlab.net. Joe D's, Catzilla, meow. Melody Dawn, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sandy, love you, Nippy. Fred Hinkle in it. Jesus Christ in Australia, Shine, Elma here. I'm American. RX, I need an address. Ken Dalton, Michael, Trenty, Clean Grove, Vegas. Billy D, Zuri, Canales. Sam and Pidgey Page and Mr. Phillips and Nippy and Jesus Christ. And why am I screaming? Joe D's and Derek Anderson and Deborah, you're a pearl. And Jesus Christ and 5280 all day. You guys are rippling Colorado. So let's make it a tsunami. Boom. Let's get it going. Fred and Derek and Laura, have a divine day. Michael Brown, all the way downtown. Bud, Mike Baraball, Sammy, Waz. Let's get one of those Pezzies, huh, Waz? Pez or bobblehead? Let's talk about it. R&R, Jesus Christ, Satter, Michael, Sean T. Patterson, Zuri, Satter, and Kenny, and Tiffany, I love my Tiffany, Billy D, Mike, Shiny, Ken Dalton, Satter, Freddie, Hinkle, Jakob, oh my God, I can't wait to see what else is in that leather bag. Pops, peace, love, see you guys later.